Okay, hello YouTubians. Um, Today I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial on Minecraft modding, and it will be a new block. I have no idea what's happening here. I forget actually how to finish these off. This was already here when I did it. Ah, that's why I am. So yeah, I'll quickly show you what I have done in my mod, uh, but I'll sort of show you how to not really start from scratch, but start from when you get your um, Eclipse set up with it, which I may make a video on, I may not, no promises. But yeah, in this mod that I'm showing you, I actually haven't like finished it or anything. I've got a new dimension, some new blocks and stuff like that. Now, how I learned how to make a dimension is I learned from someone called the Institutions on YouTube. So just the and then institutions, that should be fairly easy to spell. It's basically how it's spelt. It's spelt how it sound basically. Um, but yeah, thank you to him. Definitely check out his channel and subscribe to him and I if you would like to. So yeah, this is just building the train. I actually haven't done any generation in the normal world, or the surface as you'd say on programming or whatever. Um, so this is my portal block and then flint and steel. But very quickly before I actually go into my place or whatever, I'll just quickly show you all of the blocks. So this, this, this. And the reason why I'm spacing them out is because I'm going to show you sort of like their real life blocks next to them. So just move these. This, yeah, that looks a bit different in the actual place. Um, and that. Oh, damn it. Okay. So if we go in here and then place that with that, place that, replace that, place that, get some leaves if we can, decoration, they'll be there, then there's not really anything for that, but there should be some wood yet. So that, they look a bit different. So yeah, that's just a bit paler and stuff. That doesn't really have a comparison. Well, that is, yeah, that. They look a bit purple in my dimension. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, my block doesn't actually do that, but yeah, that's sort of the difference. Then that's a bit darker, and yeah, obviously that's quite a bit different, and yeah. Now, a bit of particles actually come off this, you probably won't be able to see it. But yeah, I don't know if it's actually doing it, but this also spreads onto like grass or something. So yeah, anyway, I will go to uh, my dimension. I just randomly called it Planet Dremel because if you know me or like know a little bit about me from my channel or whatever, um, I'm trying to start up a business called Dremel Games, and I have a website which is www.dremelgames.com. And that's just a website that I've programmed. I might do some tutorials on like PHP, HTML, maybe some CSS, JavaScript, you know, sort of that sort of website programming thing. But yeah, so let this load. I'll actually just quickly show you my site. So I'll load it up. I'll just come over here And then this is sort of like my site. I have a radio station that keeps on doing that for some reason. All you need to do is just go to the actual radio station place, and that should like play it. Yep. So once you actually go to the actual site, which the link is underneath, so yeah, that just links you straight there. It, for some reason, just starts going and stuff. So yeah, I've like got a news page, and that takes a bit to load and stuff, but yeah. It has a link to my YouTube, which you should already be able to get there because you're watching this video. I have a forum. I'm actually starting a based game, a text-based game called The Prey. There's a challenge, and it's about, well, you guys like write a story, and then um, I sort of vote whose is the best, and they get to use their story. They're also one of the characters. They get to go in the credits, but everyone that submits a story gets to go in the credits. So yeah, that ends at the end of November, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, anyway, so annoyingly with my dimension, it starts you off underground and you have to dig up. Um, but yeah, I'm probably gonna change some stuff around. Basically, this is just the biome. This is just the biome. And whenever you teleport here, it's just the biome throughout. So the nether is just a biome. Like if you play the Aether, using the Aether mod, or like the Moon mod or whatever, that is basically just a biome. Um, some of them like have special effects, such as like the Moon mod has like low gravity. Don't really know how they do that, but you know, yeah, stuff like that. Um, but basically this episode, this tutorial, will just be about creating a block and its textures. So I will get back onto that. Yeah, my game's lagging out a lot. I'll probably close my Google Chrome, probably iTunes as well. Don't really need that open. I actually need this open because that's actually streaming my radio station. So save and quit to title, quit. Okay, so now what we do is, so you make a new class. I might be switching in between the two just to sort of like refresh my mind on how to do some of the things. So yeah, mod underscore, I don't know, shall we make a new mod? Hmm, Dremel open source. I don't know if I spelled that right. I'll just say DOS. DOS. Because that'll mean that I'll, let you guys download this mod, play around with it, do whatever you guys want. So yeah, to start off with, you need to make one of these. Well, first of all, you actually need to extend it as a base mod. So, extends base mod. Now I'm pretty sure this needs to be a capital. And yeah, sorry if I do get a few things wrong, because I know you'll go, oh, whatever, but I actually have dyslexia, so yeah. So I might have bad spelling or, whatever. So once you've clicked on this and it should say add unimplemented methods, you can like just go and delete some of this. You don't have to, you can keep it in. But I just like deleting it because I guess it makes it look neater. And then, and then just bring these up, and then you can get started. Now, to start off with, string a public string get version, you basically like put in DOS, which is my mod. You can call this, you can call whatever in this text box, whatever. DOS 1.3.2 by Logan. So I'll just have that there. And then the public void, we won't worry about that at the moment. But the public void is basically like loading all your objects, like from mod loader, like your blocks and your textures and stuff like that. Some of the textures don't go in here, they go into the actual block file. But yeah, you get what I mean. So what we start out with is public static final block. So this has to be the same. So public static final block, and that actually has to be a capital block. And then you call this whatever, so you can call it, what shall we call it? We'll just call it dob. And then that will equal, you make brackets and you go new, then you go block, and this is actually going to be your file. So block dob. I don't know why, but the initials mean Dremel open block, so I don't know. Anyway, so dob, I'll just quickly end that, put some other brackets in here, and you go, so this is where you put your ID for your block, so that's basically what number it stores it as. So I'll make this 200, and then the next one is your texture. So you can either do 0 or mod loader, and then you do dot add override, and then you do brackets, and then like this, and you can like put in your texture. But to put in your texture, you go /train.png, and in here you put in your actual texture. So this one never changes for a block. That always stays the same. But for this, you can do something like dob.png. And what that basically does is it goes, okay, what texture shall I look for? And then, so the terrain.png is just a normal block file, so it looks at every single block, because all of the block textures are in here. And it's basically saying, okay, so all of the blocks are here, and you're kind of not really importing that into that, but it's sort of making it so it knows that it's like a proper block texture and stuff like that. Now, in here also you have to add stuff like step sound, set hardness. This can be whatever. Whoa, okay, someone's like bashing on the piano. And you put that in there. Pretty sure anyway. Cannot be resolved. Yep. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so I just put in a whole lot of stuff like set, step sound, blah 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 blah. Now this is, oh, just bring me to the next line, which can get very annoying. This is fairly important. You do dot set creative tab, and then creative blah blah blah. Now this can be whatever. Tab deco just means tab and then the decoration tab. This could be tab tools, it could be tab weapons, or like tab block. It could be whatever. And this is your block name. This doesn't really come up anywhere. You can just call this dob. Well, I will be calling it dob. And then the step sound doesn't usually work, but all you need to do is just do the exact same thing. So usually it starts off like this, and that doesn't work. But if you go block, and then a dot, it'll work, because really, when it's looking for this file, it's, you know, it can't actually find it. But if you do block dot, it actually looks inside the file block.java, which is in here. And then, as you can see, all the step sounds. So there's a whole lot of different sounds for different materials. So I actually want to change this to maybe um, stone. Yes, so stone's one. Okay, so that's basically all done. All you need to do is double click on this and then click create new file, do finish, and then in here, so as you can see in here, it says public class blah 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 extends block, and then here it says public block Dremel dirt int par1 int par2. You can call these whatever, but you have to call them the same in here. So what you basically do is you go public, and then you do the exact same name as the thing up there, and then you go int, and then you can just call this like 1, and then like int oh uh TWO. Yeah, and then you just go like this, and now I'm pretty sure it's dot super. No, it's just super. So you have to write super, and then just put this in, go 1, well, whatever int you put up there, and then you go 2, and then you put in the material, and then dot, and then so whatever you want it to be. So that would be, no, it would be rock, wouldn't it? Rock. And then, of course, up here you actually have to do x 10 block. And all of that should work now. So if we go in here, okay, so that, create, okay, maybe I have to change it to that. Yep, so that all works. Now, what we have to put down here, I'll quickly go into here and show you what you have to put in. Now, it says modloader.register block, and then you just put the name of your block in there. So modloader.register block, and then plus, never forget to put these in. Okay, these, if you forget to put them in, you're dead, because, you know, it just won't work. That's how that's how Java works. It basically, when it gets to there, it says, okay, that line's finished, I'm gonna go to the next one. And when there's these here, it says, okay, so this actually wants me to basically run a mini program, basically, which is basically in there. So that's just returning something. So register block, and then that's just DOB. And then underneath here you can do mod loader, and then dot add name, and then plus this is for 1.3.2. So yeah, add name, and then you just go DOB, and then you go the name that you want it to do. So Dremel open block. So I'll just call it that. Now let's make the actual texture. So I just opened up paint.net, so we'll just have to let that load. Yep, so this is open. Now there's two ways that you can texture some things. You can make things look kind of like things from this, from terrain.png. So you can basically like copy it and then, modify it and stuff. But a lot of the times I like sort of making my own blocks. And what you want to do is in the width, you want to put 16, and in the height, you want to put 16. Just either press enter or click OK. Then you sort of like zoom in, and then you click delete. Yeah, so it's basically a see-through canvas, and I like it being see-through. You can still have the white stuff there so that it's not see-through, but I like having it see-through so that I can actually make transparent blocks, which is really fun and awesome. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click more so that I can actually bring up the transparent menu, and I might make a slime ore block. So we will just choose our transparency, and then I'm going to click on square and then change it to not the filling end line around it, and not just the line, but just the filling. I know that will sound a bit weird, but so zoom it in quite a bit, and then do something like that, or did that not work? That's good enough. So do something like that. Maybe get like a darker, well, a different shade of green. Maybe a little bit darker. Maybe a bit paler. And then get some stuff and sort of start to play around with the look or something. I know this probably won't look too good, but this is just a tutorial. I'm sort of showing you at the moment just how to make transparent blocks and how to make blocks. So it's sort of like the two-in-one. So you just save that. If it will want to load. And I've actually got a mod pictures folder. So, all of my mod pictures and stuff are in here. Oh, bit of lag. Now I'm going to call this dob.png. Now, I'm just calling it that because that is what I called my texture before. So save configuration, blah blah blah. Now that just saved it as a file so that I could go back and edit it. Now what I want to do is save as... Oh wait, no, sorry, it did save it as a PNG. I was thinking of GIMP, which saves it as a... like an SNL or something file? I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, anyway, if it doesn't like properly do it or whatever, then just resave it and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm actually going to open up my file browser. I'm going to go to the top up here so that this bit is visible, the net.minecraft.src. And now if this wants to load, because my computer's being really slow, you know what? I could probably just stop my radio, because no one really listens to it, which is funny, but yeah. Every now and then my friends at school listen to it, but they're probably not listening to it now because it's 10:38 p.m. Almost 11 o'clock. That's very late for them. Not really for me, but yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay, I think, yeah, Windows Explorer has just crashed. So I'll restart that. Don't worry, that won't, like, restart my computer or anything. That's just restarting the GUI. Except for, it's just starting the restarting the Windows Explorer stuff, which is like the start bar and the actual file browser and the desktop icons and stuff like that. So once that's restarted, I will first of all, stop my internet. Oh, Adobe Flash thing came up. Okay, so stop my radio, and then I'll reopen this. Oh, I've actually got Skype open. I could probably close that, because that's probably using up quite a bit of stuff. So if I go to desktop, because this is where my mods, you know, pictures are. So mod pictures. Now I've actually got two screens, but yeah, this is kind of awkward for me trying to, do all this in one screen because I have two screens, but yeah. So, oh, that turns off Skype. If we drag this into our net.minecraft.src and we do OK, copy, blah, 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 this should, I say, should now work. So you run it, and there we go, it hopefully worked. Now go into single player. I keep on creating new worlds because I'm crazy like that, but anyway, so either create new world or use a world that you already have been using. And now this block won't actually be transparent to start off with. I will change that in, well, practically straight after we do this. So there's our block. It looks quite crappy, but once we make it so that it is transparent, then it'll look awesome. And I don't mean opaque. Opaque is basically what glass is. So I'll quickly show you what opaque is. Opaque is just like this. So you can't actually see through where it's colored in, but you can see through where it isn't colored in. But what I am heading for is something along the lines of this. So it's colored, but you can see through it. That's what I mean by transparent. But opaque is more like this. Well, in Minecraft terms anyway. Don't know whether that's the proper terms in like normal stuff or whatever. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go to here, because I keep on forgetting the actual, the actual code for the thing or whatever. But yeah, it's, render block pass. I really need to remember that. And you do actually have to put in this, which is opaque cube, just to make it so that it doesn't, basically do a cheat thing through the world, whatever. So if I go public int render block pass, and then does it have brackets? Yes, it does. So, and then I go like this, this, and this, and then I go return 1, and that is basically transparent. Now I don't actually need that, so save that. And now I'll quickly show you if I'll just quickly copy it because I can't be bothered writing it. Now that's actually going to go a bit weird and add another squiggly bracket, but I can just delete that. Now if I make this to true, I'll show you what happens. So it opens up all fine. I'll be able to use my block, but oh, actually, that didn't properly do that. Render block pass, return 1. Get render block pass. Okay, get, and then render block pass. Okay, so if we reload that up, it should work. If only it came up with like a proper error if it doesn't understand something, sort of thing. Yeah, so see what that does? You can see through the world, which you don't actually want to do. So, I mean, you can make blocks like that so that you can see through the world, but I don't really like that happening. So what I like to do is change that to false, and then just give that time to save, and then you re-log in. Go to single player, blah blah blah. And as you can see, it only shows sort of like its own block that it's connected to. See? So that's kind of cool. So yeah, as you could see, this tutorial was both fairly basic, but at the same time quite interesting and sort of, you know, I don't know, you know, and a tiny bit advanced in the sense that you get to make an opaque block, but at the same time, I really don't like how it's quite dark. So I'm going to do dot set light. Oh wait, no, I need to change. Oh, okay. So by the way, if you hear like really weird squeaks or something, I'm on a lean back chair sort of thing, and it sometimes does really weird squeaks. Set light opacity. I hope I spelled that right. And then you can do something like I'll just do 15. Capital F. Now, yeah, I spelled that wrong. So, why is that? Change. Oh, okay. So I just need to do 15 instead of that. Yeah, like, if you're wondering why I put the F there, is because with some things like, yeah, like set hardness, you have to put an F there because it's a float, which is just another kind of thing. Don't really understand it, but yeah. So yeah, set light opacity, I changed it to 15. But yeah, so if we go back into our world, there should no longer be so much darkness. Yeah, you can see a bit more in there. It isn't that great. I think it's because I made it too high of a number. I'm guessing if we changed it to 5 it might work. Let's have a look. Because sometimes with Minecraft it can't handle too big a numbers for certain things. Like some things can only be like 2, because it's just saying either pretty much is or not opaque or something like that, you know. Just like the get render block pass, that's just like looking through and stuff like that. Yeah, but anyway, as you can see, that makes it so that you can see a bit more in there without it being so dark. And another one is set light value. I think that's how you spell it. And that's something like, you put in a number like 5F or like 1F, or try 1F, and then just go in there, and I'll quickly make a new world with cheats so that I can set the time to night. Creative, oh, I almost forgot. Oh, allow cheats. That must be automatically on, so I'll try going into here, and then press enter. No T, yeah, okay. So, time set 0. Oh, right, yeah, I need to change it to like 18,000. Time set 18,000. Well, 1800, or no, yeah, 18,000. Yeah. Okay. Yep, there we go. So, as you can see, there is actually quite a lot of light coming from that. So, I probably wouldn't want it so bright, but yeah. And yeah, so in the next episode, I might show you guys like crafting I'll just do a quick episode on crafting recipes, like for furnaces and also like actual crafting recipes, in the crafting bench. And I might also uh, do a bit on like custom drops from these and sort of maybe world generation. That should be good. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and thank you for watching. Bye guys.